Alright. Hello you all, it's Jonathan Fleur again. I'm starting with the fourth part of the What is Love series, and I want to say, I'm going to jump right into it. The argument about, is a man selfish if he goes for a woman without money, and is a woman materialistic if she goes for him, if she turns him down because he doesn't have money? And I would say in some ways, there's more expansive arguments. You can argue that he's at a certain point in his life right now where he doesn't have money, but he's going for this woman because he sees her as a way to boost them both up financially into making a better life. The problem is, this is actually held by very few men. Since I'm a man myself, I understand the sexual urge, and this is something that most men are not really thinking. Most men just want to have sex with a woman, and they worry about that financial stuff later, if they're even good enough to even work on that for the required amount of time and discipline that there is. So ladies, beware of these type of men. Most of them are not that type of men at all. They're just not. And, with the deadbeat fathers and the marriages being divorced, just goes to prove this. Because a man of this type of caliber is extraordinary. And as anyone knows, things that are extraordinary are very rare, percentage-wise. So that's the key with that. But other arguments you can say, that he's looking to, sorry about the lights, but you'll see my face, so you know how I look. If the lights come back when it comes back, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, Mom, it's just in there. I'm doing a video right now. This is something that we have that argument. And so thinking of other arguments, this is arguments on the fly here, so this is a good exercise in creativity and intelligence. But I would say that it could also be his outlook on life, right? If he has a different perspective, this is a very rare perspective, but if he has a perspective that money is not too important and that what matters is the love a woman would have for him, then he might not feel that having a strong financial standing is such a strong prerequisite into engaging into a relationship. Now, of course, men who are just like this are once again very rare. If a man is to be honest with himself, over 99% of men knows how to say feel, know that having a strong financial standing is a very strong and required prerequisite for a relationship. For the fact that these days, money is simply needed. And it's also drying up. It appears to be less. It's very hard to make money for most people overall. So, money is definitely needed to support a relationship. So those are two perspectives. And for a third argument, I would say that he might want to approach a woman without money to test a woman. So he might purposely go into a relationship without much money in the beginning to test a woman to see how the woman would react when he doesn't have money in the beginning, because then the woman is more likely to show her true colors. Right? So he can see, okay, so how does she act when I don't take her out to eat, or to a movie, or to a concert, or to a dance hall, whatever she likes to do. Is she really into me for me? That's the quickest way, oftentimes, to reveal whether that woman likes you for you, or she's in for you for herself. What she can get from you, what you can do for her. It's a very quick revealer. It's like women, the same thing. Just take sex off the table with guys, and you reveal a guy really quickly. Just real quickly, like clockwork. Take sex off, that's when you reveal 99% of men. It just shows you who they are, like, right away. Because men need sex, and if they can't control themselves in this way, then they're going to show you that. Now, the slicker men won't tell you anything. They'll just find someone else to sleep with them, and then still keep you playing to sleep with you. But if you're intelligent enough, then and you pray, for the Lord to reveal this information for you, then you have a good chance of busting this man, or at least some chance of busting this man when he's doing that. But yeah. Now, on the woman's angle, she could argue that, again, like I said, it would be irresponsible for the man to get into a relationship with her without it. She can say simply the needs of life. You know, for me, if she's a beautiful woman, to say for me to uphold myself and to keep myself to look at prime beauty, at the apex of her beauty, then she would need money from this man to maintain herself. And if a man counters and says, well, she should work for that, let her work for herself for that and get that for herself, she can counter, well, you can play with yourself too, right? We can all play the selfish role. So you can say, she can tell the man, you go masturbate, and me, I'll go work for myself, and there's no need for us getting involved with each other. Now the key is, keep in mind, this is both from a materialistic and physical standpoint. Now, if you're going to the stance of love, then I would say pure love doesn't require the exchange of these things. That pure love is fungible in exchange for these things, but I will say that's irresponsible. I would say it is irresponsible, and that's an argument she can make. And the argument if that man is good, if that's a good man, he'll make the same argument that to go into a relationship without money is irresponsible. Just like I would argue a woman to be overweight when she could be, slim or a good size is irresponsible. That's what men like. That's what your man will want, to be at a good weight. Unless he likes big women, he wants women to be have a good figure. It's irresponsible and selfish for the woman to carry herself to be big if she can help it. If she can't help it, she has a low metabolism or a genetic condition, or it's extremely difficult, then okay, some compassion can be given. It will affect her dating opportunities, but it can be given. But if just a woman just doesn't care because it's easy for her just to guard her face and she doesn't want to exercise, that's irresponsible, and it's really selfish. 1 second. Just like it would be irresponsible for the man to not work and say, you know what, I'll just keep the minimum amount of money for me. I don't need to have money to give to a woman or to anybody else. This is irresponsible. So these are some arguments about it. I want you guys to think about this and get back to me. And once again, I wanted to say, I'm promoting my book in Christian Science Fiction is coming out. The first part of it should be coming out pretty soon. So definitely I'll let you know when that comes out. Definitely look out for it. And I'll be discussing that, probably some videos down the line, sometime, but definitely look out for it. Anyway, God bless. And I love you all. Have a nice day.
Excuse
Bye.
me.
What's up?
Did you invent your car?
Yes, I told you it's in the bag.
Where?